All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier self hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So today's pod is, you can probably guess if you're listening to this, especially if you're listening to this on YouTube, the YouTube Music podcast channel, or of course, if you're watching this on video, or maybe you're watching this on Facebook Live right now as we're recording, you might have guessed that there's something different about my energy, about how I'm, really processing all of the day that was today. And one thing I can tell you is that, I was sitting in deep contemplation yesterday. So I've started now to tap deeper into the power of self hypnosis, and after a good 2.5 months of enjoying the holiday season, the pre and post Diwali season, and of course, from time to time, I like to to take my foot off the brakes. So I was on quite a bit of a relaxed mode as far as my habits, as far as my the food that I was consuming. Of course, more or less still sticking to my 16/8 time zone in terms of eating. I mean, of course, I've been doing some form of intermittent fasting for many years now, but from time to time in the year, I do take a couple of months where I just kind of take it easy. And then, of course, I switch gears. And typically, this is that time of the year where I tend to switch gears and I become more zoned in on my health. Um, and this time was different in that I chose to, truly tap into the power of self hypnosis. As some of you may know, I've been in this space of using hypnosis and hypnotherapy and self hypnosis, which I teach my clients a lot, which I teach my students a lot, and now I know I'm at that point where I'm starting to tap into a lot more of that for my own benefit. Uh, in the past, I've done it very intuitively. This time, I'm doing it a lot more strategically, a lot more sort of open to and open for the world to watch. It's like literally, if you follow channels on YouTube where we talk about follow along with me as I build fill in the blank, right? So maybe you're building maybe if you're into DIY and you're building a garage shed or you're building a home, you take people along for the journey. So for me, for a change, I'm not doing this in the privacy of my own mind or my own home, but instead, this time, this is at the time of recording, of course, we are now moving from 23 into 2024. And one of the things that I've decided is that I'm doing 100 push-ups, which is 100 push-ups per day in 200 days. This is, of course, partly as this actually as an idea. It came to me yesterday while I was deep in a self-hypnotic trance. And of course, in the coming days, I'll tell you more about that as well, something that even you can do. Um, and of course, if you want to learn this, there are many ways in which you can, follow along with me or join me live and learn this. So, having said all of that, what was interesting was today being day one of this challenge that I had given myself, this idea I had given myself to be able to focus my energies into one specific point. Um, I was amazed initially, of course. I took it upon myself. I said, okay, if I split the day into 10 chunks of time, on average, I'm doing 10 push-ups per chunk. I should be able to get to 100 push-ups easily. Of course, today being day one, and I can tell you at this point, it's been a couple of years since I've done push-ups. So today, interestingly, was I got to probably about the 80th push-ups, and I knew that it was time to pause, to take it in, to take the win. The fact that I had started, the fact that I had managed to consistently, find time in the day and do this. So that was day one. But the reason why I'm sharing all of this is that, in fact, the topic for today, it's all about, it's truly all about this, isn't it? That when you are, really wanting something in your life, and when you focus your attention, it truly is all about trusting the process. So I, put my faith in this process a year ago, and as a result of which, I ended up having, I ended up, creating more than 300 videos. So basically, since the end of 2022, I've been, creating these Facebook Lives, which eventually, of course, led me to create my podcast channel. Today, of course, I have, somewhere in the 80 plus range of pods that you can listen to. You can watch it on video if you want to watch me talking, or of course, you can even listen to it on YouTube Music. Um, and the biggest lesson that I got out of this was, pick one thing and just do it consistently. Do it in a way where it's easy to follow through, right? So there is this very famous TED talk called "Floss One Tooth." I mean, I'm calling it that. I don't know if that's the title of it, but in essence, if you really want to be able to build habits, keep them simple, keep them repeatable, and keep them accessible. So the idea being, of course, if you decide to, I mean, of course, it's more an American thing to floss teeth, but in the same belief, if you want to floss your teeth, which most people don't, all it means is that, every day you make it a point that just after you brush your teeth, you take out the dental floss and you just floss one tooth. The idea being, of course, if you keep doing this over a period of time, eventually it becomes easy to do more. I've known of that principle now for several years. In the past, I've had lots of hits and misses, but today, having created these videos for more than a year consistently, that is something which is now starting to yield truly powerful benefits from me. And of course, this is the first of many. We will be doing more of this project and several more to come in the new year. I'll share those with you as the projects develop. But for the moment, just keep in mind, especially if you are a digital coach, I can tell you this. It's almost like physician heal thyself, and sometimes as digital coaches, we know a lot. We truly want to be able to help other people to make a difference in their lives, but there are times when we forget to take our own medicine. So, having said all of that, of course, if you are still struggling, especially as a digital coach, and you are looking for help, please reach out and let me know if there's any way in which I can help you. Because one of the reasons why I do this daily pod is so that you know that you're not the only one who is doing this, who is on this mission, uh, which is your mission, but that there are many other people out there, and I'm doing this so that you can see this as a symbol that you're not alone. Um, Goes without saying, right? Before I go, just keep in mind, remember to live with purpose, and I will definitely look forward to seeing you in the next pod. God bless, and I will see you in the next one.